Good afternoon, folks. This is Hunter Jackson again with Giant Recreation World, Winter Garden, Florida, and sitting right here behind me is one of the most feature-rich travel trailers sitting on the market. Today we're going to take a look at the 2025 East to West 1900 MMK, MMK standing for Murphy King. This is an incredible travel trailer dedicated towards those couples coaches, and I'm super excited to show it to you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's go. Alright folks, before we get rolling on this video today, sitting right here behind me is the Murphy bed in this unit, and I'm going to show you kind of why I think this Murphy bed works really well. It seems like Murphy beds are hit or miss though out there. Drop a comment or a like down below. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed the video, I really appreciate it, and we're continuing to grow the channel, so let's get into it. Alrighty guys, let's get rocking and rolling on the front end on the 2025 East to West 1900 MMK. First things that I want to point out are going to be going on in this front tongue jack area here. We do have a power front tongue jack as well as two 20-pound LP tanks. Now this particular unit already had two batteries from factory from East to West, as well as an upgraded 400 watts of solar on the roof that I'm sure you just saw in those drone shots. Moving over here to the front end of the coach though, first cool feature is going to be a drop frame construction, giving you a ton of storage here in the pass-through area. Looking directly up above though, you can see this is an aluminum framed coach. We can see our studding going through there, and there is a button on the inside that's going to allow you to control the front LED cap lights, and I think the front painted cap looks amazing on this coach. Moving back into the side, two more things I want to talk about is going to be outside power RAM. We've got 110 up above, and something that I really like that East to West does, they include an awning control over here on the side. So looking at this massive awning that spans the whole length of the coach here, I love that we can control it on the side that we're going to be using it, preventing you from hitting any trees if you're parked in close to something. Now moving down the side of the coach, a couple of things. On this particular unit, we're going to have a fiberglass construction with a double layer of Asdel, both outside and inside, as well as a 2-inch thick sidewall, which is a definite upgrade compared to what we're used to. Moving down below here, we do have 3 solid steps, making it super easy to get into your coach. And then a cool feature that East to West has added, they've got a little locking box here underneath the steps. Now, if you need to pull over on the side of the road, that's an excellent place to keep a couple of tools or even a bottle jack. Moving down the side of the coach again though, this is going to be a tandem axle unit with our Goodyear tires on board. These are Goodyear E-rated tires, so another welcome upgrade from East to West. Moving over to the side, we do have our power 110 ports as well as our TV pass-through if you wanted to have a little TV sesh going on out here. Now this isn't a very long unit, but they figured out a way to do a pretty darn neat outside kitchen area. So off to the back side here, we've got a place for a griddle to go that'll swivel around to the back and sit on the back bumper. Up above here, we're going to have a nice small refrigerator for extra waters and Cokes and sodas, anything that you're into out on the campsite. And then moving around to the side here to complete the outside kitchen area, they've included an outside spray port. So this is going to be cold water that you can spray off the dishes or the dog. Moving into the back side of the coach here, let me back up just a little bit. Up above, I want to point out we do have Furrion backup camera prep, as well as a ladder is included from factory on the East to West side, and a spare tire. So all the things that you're looking for, very cool. Down below here is going to be a 4-inch steel bumper. Quick thing that I forgot to point out, on the back end of this unit is also going to be a on-demand hot water heater. So you've got unlimited hot showers as long as you have water, so either your tank or your city water connection. And then moving over to the business end of the coach, Another very, very neat feature, we talked about it once before on our 2810 KIK video, but east to west does 2 different buttons for each individual motor. So on your back electric stabilizing jacks, if you need one up here and one down there, you can do it on this coach and no fear of burning out those motors. Obviously, it's going to be super easy to get to your outside sewage connection, not being under a slide box here. And we do have a nice LED light should you have to do it here at night. Moving over to the side, this is going to be a 30 amp coach with one 15K BTU AC. And then to the left of that is going to be our furnace exhaust here. Moving over to the side, this is going to be a fully laminated slide box on the rack and pinion slide mechanism, and you guys know how I feel about that. And then check it out, tons of windows going on here, and this is actually going to be where your theater seating is, so it's going to be very, very open feeling when you're sitting in the coach watching a movie at night. And then moving to the other side here, you can see it's very easy to get to your freshwater drain as well as your low point drain valves. And on the back side of this pass-through storage here, they've completely enclosed their water bay area. Super easy. All you got to do is feed your lines up through here. You've got a hot cold shower. We've got our city water connection, black tank flush, cable satellite, our solar charge controller, lots of things to talk about in here. But one of my favorite features, just like that awning mechanism on the other side, we're going to have the ability to control our slide box from the slide side, again, just in case you're a little too close to something. Let's go ahead and move it back and get you one more look at the front end on the 2025 east to west Alta 1900MMK. All right, moving inside, getting your first looks at the east to west 1900MMK. Very, very open feeling floor plan for a 5,500 pound and 25 feet tip to tail coach. Check this bad boy out. Theater seating, another couch in behind me, and just overall a ton of really, really great floor space in here. Let me go ahead and spin us around and start talking about the things right as you walk into the coach here. Now this particular unit is going to have a king size bed, which is a huge deal, and it's going to be on a Murphy bed system. So if you've got a couple of guests at the campsite, everybody can sit down and have a view of the TV up here. But this Murphy bed is really cool, very robust. Let me go ahead and show you how this thing comes down. Before we get crazy on this Murphy bed, I did want to point out this is actually a fairly comfortable couch here. This TV does tilt over to the side. Everybody's got viewing angles / conversating. We don't feel like we're turning our heads all the way to the side. But when it's time to get ready for bed at night, check this out. So you pull from the bottom here. This is going to be a jackknife style sofa. This particular unit does have 2 latches here, which I like a little bit more robustness going on. And then dropping it down out of the way, bam, king size bed, ready to rock and roll. East to west actually does an okay RV mattress. Still recommend putting on a mattress topper to get you something to your liking. But I've got all the room in the world for both head and feet. I've got a few more inches up above me there. Plenty of room for the lady at home. And check it out. This isn't a bad Murphy bed situation. And one quick thing that I want to point out before I put this all the way up, I've had a couple people do this before. They're not a big fan of the Murphy bed. Even when the bed is down, you lose next to no floor space. You still got the ability to kick your theater seats out. This is actually a really, really good bed design here. All right, now with the bed almost all the way up, right before I close this jackknife sofa, I did want to point out all the additional storage that you do have inside here. This is probably every bit of 4 or 5 feet across and 2 feet deep. It's a sneaky little place to put things that you don't need all that often. Talking about a couple other storage things, on the left and the right side of this bed are going to be your hanging storage, and this gives you a ton of hanging storage. So this coach is on the wide body. It's going to be wider than a typical travel trailer, giving you more space on the inside here. Now directly below that, on each side of the bed is going to be a little nightstand area covered in carpet here, as well as your 110 USB-A, USB-C, and this side does have a 12-volt port. Spinning us over to the side here, talking about our theater seating. East to West has done a really good job. These are nice wide theater seats, very, very comfortable positioning. They are going to be on your manual pull tabs, which I don't mind one bit, having one less motor in the RV. Plenty of space here in the middle to put all the remotes for all the different things you're going to be doing. And then just so you know, check it out. Directly across from me is going to be our nice TV as well as our soundbar setup. This coach does have a soundbar for the inside and 2 more additional speakers for the outside. Moving to the right of the theater seating is going to be what I believe would primarily be your pantry or cabinet storage in here. So tons of space, and they've given you the ability to put your own shelving units or the taller things, whichever you're kind of into. Same story is going to be for up above here. All of these cabinet doors are on your magnetic clasps on the inside. Let's go ahead and get these shut up. There is power located all around the unit. Directly below this, again, power 110, USB-A, USB-C. That's probably for the right seat here. And then the left seat can actually cheat off the bed USB-A, USB-C. Moving us around, this is probably the #1 feature, the #1 reason someone would buy this coach. Check out the amount of countertop space. Holy smokes. You can do some serious cooking in here. Lots of room to prep things. You've got all these nice deep drawers that pull all the way out here. Now these particular drawers are going to be stapled, so that's something to be noted. Directly below that one though, we've got a couple of deeper drawers, and that last one's going to be the same story right there. Moving back up above and towards the sink area, let's see if they left it open for me. I'm really hoping for it. Let's go, baby. So we've got plenty of space here to put a trash can, recycling bin, extra cleaning supplies, all the things you do below the sink. And then moving us up, we've got that nice TikTok-esque sink going on in here. We've got our sprayer moving around. We've got a nice little cheap cutting board, let's call it what it is. We've got a dish drying rack as well as our cup sprayer. You might see these at breweries around you. Moving over to the side, we've got a nice small Greystone oven in here. Perfect for cooking biscuits or maybe even a little pizza. And then up above, 3-burner stovetop. So like I said, you've got plenty of space to prep for cooking, and they've given you the extra burners in here. Now as far as power on the inside here, up above, we've got 2 110 ports there, as well as 2 more over on this side. Keeping us moving down the way though, we've got 4 drawers here on the very end. They are all going to be identical as far as length and width and height. Plenty of space though. I would imagine maybe putting some cutlery or something of that nature in here. And then moving us up, a lot of cabinet space on the tall side. Check it out. These carry all the way through, all the way to the back here. They're probably every bit of 2 feet tall or so. Tons and tons of space for extra food or extra cups, the things that you're going to bring camping. And then a matching Greystone microwave. Now this is a regular microwave meant for just popcorn or potatoes, things like that. And then the same story here in the end. You guys always say I forget it. Let's check out the price point. So 2025 Alta 1900MMK retails for $57,000, and at the time of this filming we've got it on sale for about $33,000 or so. Let's go ahead and swing us towards the rear of the coach here. We are going to have our upgraded refrigerator. Now this is a 10 cubic foot 12 volt refrigerator with the pull out style freezer drawer here below. Plenty of space, nice and cold even though it's only been plugged in for about 30 minutes. Now this unit, similar to last week, is going to have that dual swing door. So if you're in the bathroom and you really need a drink, you can do it. Kind of funny, but hey, they put these fridges in a lot of different things. They mass produce them, so heck, maybe one day you'll use it. Moving us into the restroom area here though, as you can see, we've got a sink in the bathroom. No need to brush your teeth in the kitchen sink. It's going to come with a porcelain toilet, which is a nice feature to have. Below the sink, they actually give you a decent amount of storage as well as access to water lines, which is much appreciated. Sink's not overly big, just a small little plastic RV sink, but it'll get the job done. And then moving us over to our shower, let me go ahead and spin us around. This is a awesome shower. For the people out there that need a little bit more room in the shower on these smaller travel trailers, this will do it for you. This is a 30 by 36 inch shower. We'll check it when we get to the editing portion. But as you can see, we've got a nice, slightly upgraded nozzle. Plenty of headroom right here where the skylight is. And let me show you kind of where my feet are looking at here. I've got a ton of space in here. Very, very well designed. We've got two more 110 GFCI ports over here, as well as our on-demand hot water heater controls located in the bathroom. Huge. And then swinging us out, the very last thing I want to talk about is going to be this medicine cabinet up here above. Tons and tons of storage. I mean, this has got enough storage for a family of 4. It's probably meant for 2, but I always really like to see stuff like that. Let's go ahead and swing us into the front. Got 2 more things I want to talk about. East to West is known for doing a 5-inch laminated roof on all of their Alta products, which is really, really cool. And then as you can see, we've got a 15K BTU ducted AC going in this coach. Plenty of cooling power. Let's go ahead and swing us around and get one more look on the 2025 East to West Alta 1900MMK. Alrighty guys, thank you so much to everybody who made it to this point in the video. About 10 seconds ago, I realized I just filmed the whole thing without my wide angle lens on, so hopefully you can see as much as I did. It does appear bigger here in person, but this is a really, really cool model. I've sold a couple of these. Both people absolutely love them. East to West as a whole is an incredible brand. They put a lot of features into their units for not, I mean, a crazy amount of money compared to the competition. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And if you're interested in seeing any other East to West products, again, drop a comment. So thank you so much. I've got another one coming for you next Friday. This is Hunter with Giant Rec, and I'll see you later.